Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to Real Talk Live with wArnette D. Love. And listen to me. I will not keep you long. I promise you. I know those games are going on, and I just wanted to talk to you in between the games. And my topic today, y'all, is cheating. I have watched Tubi, I know every day in the past 2 weeks, some movie talking about cheating. Now, I don't know what y'all think about cheating, but at this moment in time, at my age now, I am not interested in cheating or being cheated on. Now, when I was younger, there was a different me. There was a different me. There was a me that did not mind if you cheated, because I know that if you cheat, we cheating. If you cheating, we cheating. And I ain't going nowhere. We gonna be together, but we're going to do the same thing. This relationship is going to be equal. We're going to be equally yoked, baby. And if you can live with that, that's the question. Not can I live with it, can you live with it? That was my mentality. Y'all got to get the book now. It's called But You're a Minister. And my book will be out on Amazon next week. I'm so excited. We're going to relaunch and everything. So, but that's what's my mindset. I didn't leave my man because he cheated. Because if you cheating, we cheating. That was my mentality at the time back in my younger days. But now I want to talk about cheating, because I want to put it out in a broader form, as far as what you're risking when you cheat, what you get when you cheat, especially if you're the other woman, because y'all pretty much I've done it all, okay? And so let's talk about the risk factors in cheating. The biggest risk factor for me was two big ones, because you could possibly lose your life cheating, okay? You don't know how people are going to react to you cheating with their significant other, husband, whatever, okay? Hey, Eric. I saw two Erics. Hey, y'all. So you don't know how they're going to act, and you could possibly lose your life. So that's a risk factor to cheating, okay? Another risk factor of cheating that I find, high on my level is catching something. You could possibly catch something that you can't get rid of, or something that could possibly kill you, okay? Because when you're cheating, you don't know to what extent the individual is protecting themselves. And there are some things that you cannot protect yourself from. I need for y'all to go and look up the infections that you cannot protect yourself from. There are some infections that you can catch that you cannot protect yourself from. Meaning, listen to me, meaning condoms do not work. Condoms do not protect you from certain infections, sexual infections, okay? So you have to be very careful when you're out here cheating with people. You don't know who they're sleeping with. You may be sleeping with multiple partners, and that risk of catching something that you can't get rid of, something that could possibly kill you, is out there, okay? And that is why it's so important that when you do have a significant other that you are intimate with sexually, that you guys try to first, if you want to, do that share medical record thing, that's fine, or y'all trust each other enough to bring back the results, that's fine too, so you'll know what you have. You need to get checked. If you have it, you have it. Why give it to somebody else? Get checked, let the people know what you have, and give them the opportunity to say whether or not they're going to deal with you knowing that you have this condition. There are conditions out there that you cannot get rid of, okay? That comes from sexual intercourse. And there also are conditions that are treatable and you cannot get rid of, that comes from sexual intercourse. And there are conditions out there that will kill you, possibly, that comes from sexual intercourse. So when you're cheating, you got to think about all of this, okay? When you're messing around, sleeping, hopping from bed to bed, you have to think about all of this. Let me tell you something. Back in the day, many of us was blessed. Many of us was blessed that we did not get these diseases and infections. We're blessed. Some of us, did get some. We're still blessed to be alive, but this is the thing that you need to be transparent. When you're going to be intimate with somebody, you don't wait until the time that you're about to hit the sack and then say, hey, by the way, I got this. No, you don't do that. You talk ahead of time so this person can make a conscious decision on whether or not they want to proceed with you. Okay, and it may seem like it's an embarrassment, but honestly, for real, if you don't know, you don't know. If you don't know a person has a disease or an infection, you don't know, and this is why you need to be the one to share it with someone else if you find out you have something, because it's not right to just give somebody something and you don't make them aware that you're having it. Everybody is not going to walk away from you. Yeah, you'll have some people that'll walk away from you, but everybody's not going to walk away from you. Now, we're talking about cheating. So we already talked about the fact that you could lose your life because somebody might get an attitude and take all both of you out. And then the fact that you can catch something else. Let's talk about cheating with a married person. You're cheating with a married person, and now that married person has been subjected to whatever it is that you might bring home. Okay, your spouse is subjected to that. So your spouse may be subjected to an affection that the person you're cheating with may have. Okay, your spouse may be subjected to that attitude. That violence that I was talking about may be directed to your spouse. They may feel like, oh, if I get rid of the spouse, we can be together. You're bringing danger into your relationship that you have already established, right? And so, because you really don't know the mentality of people. When a person, and I'm just telling you from my point of view, when I was out there doing my thing and cheating, my mentality was I really didn't care about anybody but myself. That was my mentality. I did not, wasn't concerned with other people. I didn't want to hear about your significant other or your spouse. I don't talk to them. When you come through across my threshold, it's all about me. I was selfish, okay? And I'm talking about me in my 20s, okay? I was selfish. I was bitter. I could only think about what was going to make me happy at that time and what I can get at that time without giving up much at that time. Y'all better get that book, But You a Minister. It's going to be on Amazon next week. So I want y'all to understand the mentality of a lot of people that don't care about cheating with somebody's spouse. They don't care at that point. They don't care. They're going to do what they want to do. Meaning you're just a number for one. So I'm going to cheat with with you, and then you're going to be with your spouse, and I'm going to do what I want to do over here. When you with your spouse, you don't get to tell me what to do. You don't get to worry about who I'm dealing with over here, who I'm laying with, you know what I'm saying? So you got all this mess going on. Now you got not only the person that you're cheating with, a possibility they might snap and do something stupid. You got the person that they're dealing with that might snap and do something stupid because now their feelings are involved. Now you got 4 people involved in this thing, and then possibly more depending on who you're messing with and who that person is messing with. You just got a whole mess of things going on. So when you're cheating, you expose people to much more than just your self-satisfaction. You expose people to diseases. You expose them to danger. You expose them to embarrassment. It's just, for me, it's just, why can't you just get the person you want to be with? And if that person is not satisfying you, how about this? Tell them. It's called communication. Tell them how to satisfy you. Tell them what you like. Tell them, that's what used to happen to me. And many of y'all don't know, but I was engaged. I think I put it in the book. I can't even remember. But I was engaged, right? And I was, a little green. At first, I was young. But the guy showed me what he liked. And we used to, research. We used to research. And, he taught me what he liked. And I appreciate it because I know that he could have very well just went to someone else and that was already experienced and all that stuff. So he didn't have to show me if he didn't want. But he did. He took the time to do that. And that's what you can do in your relationship if you're not being pleased, if you're not satisfied, instead of going out and bringing other people into your mess, because that's what I call it. That's your mess. Bringing other people into your mess. And let me tell you, and I'm talking to both men and women, do not be somebody's side piece. Please don't be somebody's side piece. And I know it's like talking to the wall, but don't be somebody's side piece. I'm telling you, you're not going to get much satisfaction now. They can't have their cake and eat it too, but you're not going to get the satisfaction. And let me talk to women right quick, because I'm a woman and I know that we pretty much wear our feelings on our shoulders. Okay. It doesn't take much for us to fall for a man, or all I know about men, but it doesn't take much for us to fall. And unless you were like me in my mentality where I was hurt and bitter, there was no love living in me. There was no love in me. I couldn't love anybody. You know what I'm saying? I thought I loved myself, but because of the way I used to act, I realized I didn't even love myself because I was crazy. Okay. And so I was cold. But take all of that away and you just take a normal woman. We love hard. And we can be with someone and cheat and fall in love with that person. And it's not a good place. Or that person will be cheating on someone and we fall in love with them. And now it's like, okay, woe is me. Where do I fit in here? But you knew your position when you started messing with somebody else's man. You knew your position. Now you can't deal with it. And so you ask yourself, is cheating really worth it? Because now you caught up in this triangle. Now this dude gonna run you either which way he can. When he can be with you, that's when he'll be with you. When he make time, that's when you'll get his time. And some of us don't even get anything out of it. Some of them are not even gonna give you any coins. You're not even gonna get no money to spend while he with his family. You know what I'm saying? Because you gonna be crazy enough to understand that his money is for him to take care of his family. See, I ain't trying to teach y'all nothing bad, but let me tell you something. That's why I'm telling you, do not be the side piece. Okay? Because when I did my thing, baby, let me tell you something. That money came to me. Some of that came to me. You don't get to spend. My time is valuable. I always put a price on my time. My time is valuable. Just coming to my house, listening to my music, is my time because I could be somewhere else. My time is valuable, and you don't get to have your cake and eat with me. But that's what my mind was, okay? I'm not telling y'all to go there. I'm trying to tell you not to go there. I'm trying to tell you to not be the side piece, not be the other woman, or not be the other man. Now, men can do it a little bit better than us, you would think. But like I said, there are some of us women that can do it, but it's not worth it. It's not worth it because in the end, what we have done, listen to me, we have blocked our blessing. We have overlooked the possibility of men that will be there for us, men that will treat us like we should be treated, men that will take care of us like we need to be taken care of. And no, what we've done is we've blocked that blessing because we're too busy looking at somebody else's man, concentrating on somebody else's man. We're too blind to see that God has sent us somebody else for us. Trust me, y'all. I'm trying to tell you what I know, baby. I'm trying to tell you what I know. And when he send you someone, that person is not going to be wrapped up pretty all the time. It's not going to be, the perfect gift. So it's going to be some bumps and bruises there, but you can work through it. That doesn't mean that's not the person that God sent for you. That person going to have a past, just like you have a past. But that doesn't mean that is not the person that God sent for you. But if you are concentrating on something over here or somebody that you really don't have any business dealing with, you're going to miss it. You're going to miss it. I'm telling you, I've missed one, okay, and he didn't even have a relationship. He was the sweetest guy, and he was so handsome, and he did try to talk to me, but I was so thuggish. And, you know what I'm saying? I was so thuggish. He wasn't looking for no thug woman. And I know y'all can't believe I was thuggish, but I'm a P-Town girl. I'm a P-Town girl. And I talked at the one time I used to talk like I was on the street, and that wasn't what he was looking for. But when he ended up dating someone else that was refined and they ended up getting married, I was mad. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, that supposed to be my husband. So I straightened up real quick. I started, acting like a lady. And then when I dated this other guy that I was actually supposed to marry, I realized that my thing of my motto of you cheating, we cheating wasn't a good motto at all. It wasn't a good motto at all, because what ended up happening, you took a good man that, yes, he cheated, and yes, I cheated back. And instead of us working it out, it became a competition. It became a competition on who gonna win. Okay? Who gonna win in this relationship? And that is about the dumbest thing that you could ever do, is be in a relationship and y'all got a competition on who gonna win. Who gonna cheat the best? Who gonna be on top? Who gonna come back and apologize? Man, oh my goodness. And that was the relationship where I actually loved the individual. That was the person I should have married. But we too busy being stupid. So sometimes you got to step back. If you're going to stay in a relationship that, someone has been unfaithful, okay? And I'm just going to tell y'all this because y'all know I'm talking to you, but I'm also, I don't even have to say it. Y'all know I'm a Christian. You're going to need to pray over it. You're going to need to ask God to guide you. You're going to need to continue to pray and pray that you're not leaded or tempted to do something stupid. See, I have to teach you from my experience, and I did some stupid stuff because I'm stubborn. I'm spoiled, and I wanted things my way. Okay, and it made me react in a negative, with negative behavior. So when I teach, I try to teach off of what I've done and tell you a better way. So this is the thing: you got to pray to somebody. You can't just make rash decisions and say, okay, so you done that and this what I'm gonna do. You don't like it, bad. Because that may be the person for you. Sometimes you got to work out things. You got to work through relationships. And one thing I've never done was allow a woman to tell me to leave my man. You don't get to tell me to leave my man, especially when your man cheating on you and you let him go. Or especially when your man that had a baby on you and you let that go. You going to tell me cheat to get rid of my man when 9 times out of 10, my man messed up, but he is taking care of things. He's taking care of home. He's making sure that I don't want for anything. I think, honestly, that we can work through this. Now, if he doesn't want to work through it, he doesn't want to act right, he want to continue to be out there in the streets, for my safety, for my health, I'm going to have to let you go. But that's going to be my decision, not my girlfriend's decision. You understand? So don't let another woman make up your mind for you, because it'll be that woman that's cheating with your man. That woman that takes him in and feel like he's not going to do her the way he did you. I'm telling you, I can remember when I was dating this guy, and I liked the guy, but I was still into my player ways and stuff. And so I had a girlfriend, and me and the girl was tight. I thought we were tight, and I was warned about her, but I thought we were tight. And the whole time she backdooring me. She messing with him, and it was crazy. The old me really would have did something to her, but the thing is, I was in the military. I wasn't about to lose my money messing with this woman because she was a super hoe, but I learned from that too. Keep people out of your business. Keep women out your business. They don't need to know when you're going to see your man. They don't need to know what y'all doing. They don't need to know any of that. Y'all don't see me putting any of my relationship stuff on Facebook. What y'all hear is my mama talking about she ain't got no man. And I want her to feel like I don't have no man. I want my mama to tell y'all I don't have no man because I ain't really putting my mama in my relationship business. I don't want her advice, not unless I ask her. But I don't want her just input in my business because half of the time she don't know all the details and she want to tell me what I need to do. And unless I give you all of the details, you don't know this person. And you don't know what I'm getting from him or the vibe that I'm getting from him and what he's bringing in the relationship. So I keep my mom out of my relationships too. Don't nobody know what I'm doing. I do a lot of talking, but I know when to stop talking. And so that's what you have to do. Know when to stop talking. Know when to keep your boys out of your business. Because a lot of times your boys be looking at your girl and there be some qualities in her that they want for themselves. And you just never know when they going to say something to her. I'm telling you, and she might bite. Most of the time, we're not going to tell you. Most of the time, we're going to try to handle that situation ourselves. If your boy try to come on to us, we're going to try to stop him in his tracks. Because a lot of times, we don't want to ruin y'all long relationships. But we're going to get them straight ourselves. But there are some of us going to bite. They're going to fall into that thing. And they're going to think that they can get better from your boy. Stop telling your boys all your business. Stop telling your girls all your business. Don't bring everybody around your friends. Don't bring your significant other around all your friends. Everybody can't be trusted. I am telling y'all what I know. I'm telling you what I know. I had people bring their friend around me, leave out my door. They all leave together. And guess who knocks on my door after they come back? The dang on friend. The friend. And I'm like, what do you want? You know what I'm saying? Did I tell? No. Did I send his hind pass away? Yes. But the bottom line is, had I been that girl, I would have just let him come on in. You understand what I'm saying? Had I been curious about the friend, I would have let him come on in and look at here. Your friend, I'm backdoored you. I've seen it. It happens. So keep people out your business and be very careful when you're cheating because you just never know what you're going to get in the end. And hurting people's feelings, hurting people in relationships, that's a bad thing. That's a tough pill to swallow for somebody to be hurt. I mean, can you imagine walking in on your significant other at a restaurant and seeing them loving and hugging and cuddling someone else, laughing and grinning? Look, I remember I was at the club when I was in my 20s. I was in the club. I'm just dancing. The guy, we just dancing. Now, we were actually co-workers. We did the same job in the military. And he was supply sergeant and I was supply sergeant. So we would switch off stuff that we needed. So we was cool. Let me put it that way. We were cool. Nothing more than cool. We in the club. We dancing. We not even body to body. We just, you space between us. Space. And we just dancing and laughing, talking, dancing. And then his wife comes through the door. Now, like I said, I wasn't even touching this woman, husband or anything. She comes to the door, grabs me on my shoulder, right? And just moves me out of the way. Okay. Normally, I would have had a problem had he been my man. Or, had I thought he was my man. But it was no problem to me. But my girlfriend, so see, this is where the trouble comes in. My girlfriend saw it and came over there and was ready to go. She was on, 100. Do we have a problem? And she didn't want to hear from the woman or him that it was no problem. She wanted to hear that from me that it was no problem. And I told her, no, we don't have a problem. That's her husband. And I turned around and started dancing with someone else. But this is what I'm talking about when you cheat and you walk in and you see your significant other with somebody else or your spouse with somebody else. That's a problem waiting to happen because how you react, you don't know. That lady didn't know not to put her hands on me. She didn't know that she was about to get her head chopped. But her adrenaline, apparently, probably one of her friends saw us and called her like something was going on, which nothing was. And she came in there like she about to do something. You know what I'm saying? And I was so cool. Everybody, at the time that I hung with didn't want me to fight. Everybody want to fight for me until I had to choke one of them. But the thing is, you don't know how a person is going to react when they're hurt. Okay, so is cheating worth it? Is cheating really worth it? Ain't no man worth me getting hurt. There is no man worth me. Now, if he's my husband, that's different. Okay, that's different. But I'm not going to cheat with somebody's husband and risk getting hurt or having to answer for my behavior to some woman, especially to some woman that I think don't measure up to me. Now, I ain't trying to sound like I think I'm high class or nothing like that, y'all. But I do have some standards, and I am somebody's standards, okay? And I'm not getting ready to be sitting here testifying or explaining to some woman that don't have high standards as I do. Don't you know what I'm saying? That don't have a mental capacity as I have. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not about to do it. I'm not messing. That's why I like to know when a merman comes to me. Even when I used to deal with the merman, I like to know what your wife looked like. I like to know what I got going on here, what I'm up against. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting messing no homely woman, man. Your wife homely and stuff like that. I'm not about to do that. I'm not about to do that. I can do better. And that's just my mentality. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, if your wife look like somebody who should be sneaking around behind my back, she ain't had to worry about me messing her husband at all, because I'm not sneaking behind somebody's back that I know don't measure up to my standards of, so they ain't have to worry about that. If you was homely, baby, your husband was safe when it came to me. But you got some women out here that do anybody. They'll do anything as long as they can get some coins. I had standards with my coins. I didn't want your money. And then if I didn't because I'm gonna dog you out regardless. And this the 20-some-year-old me, okay? I'm gonna dog you out regardless because, like I said, I was bitter, I was hurt, I had no love in me, I could not love. So cheating for me was nothing, because nobody meant anything to me. Nobody meant anything to me. I lived a cold life, but in the end, it wasn't good because I ended up over time not being able to trust. I done missed out on three engagements. I was engaged 3 times, not once, 3. But it was only one that I really should have married, one that I really cared about, you know. And so, but I missed out on 3 engagements because I could not commit. And that's a bad thing, ladies and gentlemen. If you have so much baggage that you cannot open up to someone else, you're going to find yourself old and alone. That's what you're going to do. You're going to find yourself old and alone, and then you're going to feel it necessary to want to mess with somebody's spouse, to want to, break up a relationship because you're lonely and all that stuff. But you got to hold on. You got to hold on, and you got to believe that you are worth so much more, and you got to know that there is someone out there for you. You have to know that. Do not settle. Do not settle for cheating. And if you can't deal with a person cheating on you, if they can't get them to some act right after you initially told them, listen, I'm not going to tolerate this, I'm not going to accept it. If they continue to do it, you're going to probably have to part with them. It's what you can take. And we were talking about cheating, and also it's a form of abuse as well. So be very careful with that as well. You have somebody cheating on you, don't respect you. That's abuse. That's abuse, okay? You trying to be the nice spouse, and your spouse just running all over you. I feel real funny about telling people to leave their spouse because you don't want anybody to get hurt. I'm trying to leave. I gave a girl some advice one time, and I just, I didn't tell her to leave the man. I just said, look at your face. She had a knot on her head that big. And I said, look at your face. What example are you setting for your daughter? What are you going to tell her? This is love? And listen, she got out there and she told that man, and whatever she told her, I didn't tell her to leave him. But that man chased her all around the doggone lobby. He was going after her. So, I mean, she knew she should have left him because he was abusive. And cheating is a form of abuse. I don't care how you say it, a man don't respect you enough to be faithful for you, and you got to worry about what he's doing every time he leave out the door. Or a woman too, she don't respect you. You worry about what she's doing every time. You can't even go to work without her on your mind or without him on your mind. I shouldn't have to take you to work with me. I'm not trying to take you to work with me. I'll see you when I get off. And taking you to work with me means if I have to worry about what you're doing while I'm at work, you're at work with me, and I shouldn't have to do that. I should be able to trust you. I should be able to trust being intimate with you without catching anything. I should feel safe with you. But if I got to worry about, oh my God, if this is going to be the day that I lay down with him and I wake up with bugs, something's not right with that. Cheating is fun. Let me get to the fun part. The only fun part of cheating is that it's fun while it lasts. It's fun. It's what, 15, 20, 30 minutes of fun. Excitement because you're doing something behind somebody's back. It's exciting, but it's not worth it. It's not worth that slap you're going to get when they find out. It's not worth it. It's not worth your family. It's not worth it. It's not worth your life. I know y'all thought I was going to sit here and glorify cheating, but I can't. In no way can I glorify it. Now, I do believe when you're single until the ring is on your finger. But my whole thing with that is, if you don't want the person, leave them. If you don't want the person, tell them. Tell them, I cannot be true to you. What are you going to do? Give them a choice. I cannot commit fully to you. What are you going to do? And I cannot marry you. What are you going to do? Give a person a choice. Don't just have them here and then you have somebody else on the side. Let them decide what they want to do. Please. Please let them decide. A lot of us didn't have a choice. See, that's what happened to me. If y'all didn't get my book, I need you to get that book within the next week or so. It's called But You're a Minister, ... It's a black book with pink on it, and it got my name, Biggest Day, on it. It's going to be on Amazon probably the end of next week. After I give y'all a couple weeks to purchase the book, I'm going to launch a new book launching party, and we're going to celebrate. You bring your book in, you eat food. I'm not really going to charge anything. I don't think of anything. I mean, maybe $5 for something, donation towards the show, but it's really just going to be a little party, a little get together, a meet and greet even, okay? And I'm going to sign your book any way you want me to sign it, because when you read that book, you're going to understand my mentality. You're going to understand why I do what I do, because I have been through so much, and I want to make sure that if there's any chance that I can prevent anybody from going through the hurt that I went through, I want to do that, because there were times when I should have had help and I didn't have help. So since a lot of people are like me and they don't believe in going to see a psychiatrist, right now, if I had to go, I would go, but I wasn't raised like that, or I was raised in a household where we didn't go see shrinks. And so I should have saw one, but I didn't. So I try to handle everything myself. So I know there's other people out there that try to do that too. So I try to make it my business to help you have a smooth transition over that obstacle that you have. I am not a clinician. I am not a mental health doctor or anything. I am a preacher, and I do have a little bit of leeway into counseling, just a little bit. When it get mental, I got to refer you to someone else, but I just give advice. And the advice I want to give tonight is cheating is not where it is. Cheating is not where it is. It's dangerous all around. It's heartbreaking all around. It's not going to fix your broken heart. It's not going to fix that gap that you have inside of you. It's not going to take away that hurt. All you're going to do is be cheating on top of your hurt. That's it. You're still going to hurt. And it's possible that you can hurt for years if you don't get a grasp on yourself. If you don't get over it. I pray for healing for any of you that's going through it right now. And I just pray that you make the proper decision so that you won't hurt yourself in the future. Remember that God loves you. I love you. Make sure you love yourself and then go on to love someone else properly. Until we shall meet again, may you be tremendously blessed. And I'll talk to you real soon.